Oh boy, what is going on, everybody? Let me fix my camera a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, what's going on, every dog? Back with another Browns live stream. Yesterday, I streamed talking about the Cavs. Today, I'm talking about the Browns because guess what, guys? The Browns are back from the bye week tomorrow. Man, dude, I'll tell you what, that bye week went by as it didn't go by slow. I guess that was good. It didn't drag on. It kind of went at a good pace, mainly because I was just ready to get back to playing football. The moment that Raider game ended, I'm like, okay, bye week. Let's get our guys healthy and let's get this thing back rolling. Isn't a Texan an animal? Well, I think a Texan is talking about, I guess, the whole state, like the people of Texas. But I'm pretty certain their logo is a bull. Yeah, it's a bull because that's like, livestock, the stockyards. Glad to see Nick Chubb back. They are saying he is looking really good. Yeah, he actually practiced without his knee brace on, what was it, Friday? Thursday, Friday, around there. He practiced without a knee brace. And that's good news. And speaking of which, let's start this sucker off by looking at the injury report heading into tomorrow. I went off the bat. You look at our injury report, and it's significantly lighter than usual. Like, there's quite a few names that were not on the injury report. Now, you're going to notice that Chubb's name was not on there because he was not officially activated. I guess they wanted to sit back and watch him practice before they made the decision to activate him. And of course, as you'd expect, the dude went out there and attacked practice, and he looked great. With and without the knee brace, he looked great. And, Kareem Hunt's loving that because, I love Kareem. Kareem was pretty good as our number one feature back, but where he thrives is that number two guy that comes in and just cleans up after Chubb is done, wrecking the opposing defense. Like, Chubb runs them over. He's got them on their knees. They're pretty much just they're done. Like, mentally, they're out of it. They're done. But then here comes Kareem Hunt to essentially put the dagger in them. So here's the injury report. As I think I pretty much said this before, but everybody practiced on the active roster. Now on Friday, we actually had two guys not practice, and it's not because of injury, but because Chris Hubbard actually tested positive for the sickness, so he will not be playing in this game. I believe he'll be out. I'm pretty sure that's a conclusion right there. He's not playing because of the virus, the sickness. He get down with the sickness. Yeah, that's a song, by the way, in case you didn't know. Pretty good song too. But yeah, he came down with the sickness, and then I guess Taki and Denzel Ward were identified as close contacts, but they weren't, I guess, high risk, so they should be good to go. There was no injury, no status. The only guy who practiced for the Browns who actually had a status was Jacob Phillips, and he's questionable. My guess is he'll play. He hadn't played for a while there. When was the last time he played? The Indy game? He missed like the last 2 games or so. Yeah. He had the bye week. He missed the Raider game. But yeah, I think he came back a little too early. But good news is, hopefully he'll be playing. Batonio, Conklin were limited all 3 days. Batonio had an elbow. Conklin had a knee injury. or knee issue, they have no status. They're good to go. Hooper and Landry practiced fully the entire 3 days, which is fantastic. Hooper, of course, had the appendectomy. He did not play against. What was it? He didn't. He missed what? One game, 1 or 2 games, something like that. Well, yeah, he's good to go. In fact, he even said that when he had his appendectomy, I guess Alex Mack, who used to be a Brown, of course, he went to Atlanta. He actually contacted Hooper because I guess Mack had the same thing happen. And then Landry's been battling his hip injury pretty much all year. He had off-season hip surgery or whatever. He's also had, I think he also has like a broken rib. So, of course, he practiced fully. And then, like I said, Taki and Ward, they were close contacts. They did not practice, but they should be good to go. Wyatt Teller and J.C. Treader were limited, but my guess is they're going to play. I mean, we obviously know Teller's playing, but Treader is probably going to play as well. Chubb, like I said, was not on the injury report because he was not officially activated, but he practiced. He's good to go. They activated him yesterday, and yeah, he's good to go. Or today, or whatever I think it was today. They activated him. He's good to go, and we're probably going to see what we saw when we won 4 straight games. We're going to see a lot of running the ball. It's going to be mainly Chubb and Hunt. Baker's just going to be told to take care of the ball. Throw it every once in a while to keep that defense honest. And we're just going to stuff this ball down the freaking opponent's throat. Trying not to sound sus, but yeah. Now, for the Texans, their injury report was very light. Only 4 players were on the injury report. Dylan Cole, linebacker, had a back injury. He practiced 2 out of the 3 days and on a limited basis. He's questionable. He practiced Thursday and Friday. David Johnson, who was just placed on IR, he obviously isn't playing. Kelemete, same thing, concussion, did not practice. He's out. And then Omenihu did not practice all 3 days either, but he's questionable. Now, you may be wondering, okay, so David Johnson's out. Who are they going to rely on for their run game? Funny you should ask that. Because, get this, the guy that they're going to be relying on as their running back is none other than Duke Johnson. Yeah, Duke Johnson, facing his old team. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Super chat saying real quick. Chat's popping, of course. Oh my, we are awful. Bro, you guys are getting smacked by a team that hadn't played in like 2 weeks. I'm doing fantastic, Eric. The China virus. There's a team in Columbus that is better. Yeah. Of course, we should have been playing today too, but Maryland caught down with the sickness. So, of course. But now we're going to essentially go through the position group matchups coming up tomorrow. And, we're going to see like what these 2 teams look like matched up with one another, especially with no Johnson or Kelemete. Now, the website I use is, of course, ourlads.com. But the Texans' offense is actually really good. Their front 5 isn't the greatest. In fact, I'm going to even look up the standings when it comes to like their offensive line and stuff. I'm pretty sure they've allowed like 20-some sacks this year. I know their offensive line, they have good bookends at tackle. Tunzel, he's one of the best tackles in the league. Remember they acquired him and Kenny Stills from the Dolphins. Was it last year? 2 years ago, whatever it was? I think it was last year. Yeah. Well, you look at the Texans, like I said, Tunzel, they have Sharping. Nick Martin, Zach Fulton, and Titus Howard. That's the offensive line. Okay. Now we're going to pull up where they stand in terms of like league ranking. And we're going to see, like, I think they've allowed like 24 some sacks this year. But I'll get you that here in a minute. Team stats. So offense, we're going to go sack. So, yeah, they sacks, this I believe would mean sacks allowed. All right. So, yeah, we've allowed 11 sacks this year, which is actually phenomenal. 11 sacks in 9 games. 8 games. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. But that's what a good running game will do for you. Now, the Texans, on the other hand, they've allowed 24. Now, that's not horrible. But, yeah, it's not the greatest. 24 sacks have been allowed. Yeah, they've allowed 24 sacks. Their offensive line. They're tied with the Seahawks, I guess. One more sack than the Bears. One less sack allowed than the Jaguars. The Jets have 26. Cowboys 26. Football team 28. Giants 28. That's so crazy. You look, the freaking NFC East occupies 4 of the 5 worst offensive line ratings in terms of sacks. 26, 28, 28, and 32. And guess what, guys? We get to face the Eagles next week. I believe they've allowed 32 sacks this year, according to this, if I'm reading it correctly. Now, in terms of getting sacks, this is what it looks like when it comes to getting sacks. Now, the Jaguars have a total of 8 sacks all year. But yeah, I mean, when they have a very limited pass rush. Bengals have 11. We have 20 on the year. Okay. Again, majority of which are from Myles Garrett. Remember, we had 18 heading into that Raider game. We only had 2 from Vernon. The Texans have sack of 18. So they can get to the quarterback. But like I said, we've only given up 11. They've got 18. We've got 20, and they've allowed 24. That's going to be fun. And the best part is, if our running game's going, if we can get Chubb and Hunt going early, like we've been doing before Chubb got hurt, that'll, I guess, make the play action game a lot more effective. And that means the pass rush, they're going to hesitate because they're not going to know what you do, what you're doing. They're going to, they're going to see you do that. They're like, okay, you're going to hand it off, or are you taking it yourself? That's where it comes from. Did I see Dashy's new video? No. I don't really give a crap what that dude does anymore. He's Pittsburgh's problem now. I mean, I already roasted him enough. Honestly, I don't care about his videos anymore. Although I did see Renegade's video, and that dude tore Dashy apart again. Like always. 21 Badgers. LOL. 21 zip Badgers. I know. I believe Milton threw a pick on his first play. How about that? But yeah, you're looking at their front 5. Of course, like I said, their front 5 is really good. They have a really, really good front 5. And, I mean, they're going to have a tough task ahead of them. Because they're going to have to somehow Do we have new orange uniforms? Pants, yes. Jerseys, no. If they were going to unveil the jerseys, they would have done it already. They're not going to wait until almost the end of the year to unveil them. But hey, it's cool. That's cool. But yeah, man. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. Their offensive line's going to have their hands full. Garrett, Richardson, Ogunjobi, and Vernon. Mainly Garrett and Richardson are the two guys that I really think could get to Deshaun Watson. It's going to be tough containing him. We're going to have to rely on our linebackers to back up literally the defensive line because Deshaun Watson, much like Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray and all them, he can take off. He can extend plays with his legs. We saw what he did against the Bills last year in the playoffs. Bills literally had him dead to rights, and this dude slipped out of a freaking sack, which led to a big gain, which also led to them winning the game. So you got to make sure you bring him down. Now, I don't think he'll be able to outrun Myles Garrett now. He can also slip away from him. I mean, we've seen Myles, miss tackles a couple times. Mainly, I remember a couple years ago when we were facing the Bengals. What was it, Finley or whatever the heck their quarterback was at the time? Garrett had like 2 sacks on him that were pretty much negated because Finley slipped away. Our secondary is going to have to contain their receiving core. And of course, in their receiving core, they got Will Fuller. They got Cooks. I really don't want to get cooked by Cooks. They got Stills. I mean, they got a nice looking receiving core. Darren Fells is one of their premier tight ends. And Duke Johnson. Those are their 4 main guys. Of course, you have Randall Cobb as well. It's kind of funny. They trade away D-Hop, and to replace him, Bill O'Brien thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to freaking replace D-Hop with Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb. Really? Brandon Cooks, the best freaking receiver in the league. A box of freaking Cheez-Its. Virtually nothing. And let's not forget, though, that they also gave us the pick that turned out to be Nick Chubb. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I don't know why I have a bad feeling about this game. And I mean, it's all right to have a bad feeling about this game. I could see it. We haven't beaten these guys in a while, much like the Colts, although, we actually went out there and took care of business. This game's at home, which makes me feel a lot better about this game. The last time we played them at home was 2014, back when we were kind of mediocre. This is the best team we've had since then. 24/7 SMU, why we really shouldn't have to worry about this game. Yeah, we shouldn't have to, but, can't sleep on the Texans with Deshaun Watson. You can never sleep on them. Nope. It'd be very irresponsible to sleep on these guys because for all we know, they could go out here and destroy you. And you look at their record; they're 2-6. Yeah, I know. What they freaking do? Did you see who they lost to? Huh? Did you see who the freaking Texans lost to so far? They lost to literally their first 3 games were against Super Bowl contenders. The only loss that they've had that was not to a playoff Super Bowl contender was the Vikings. They lost to the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Steelers. They've lost to who else have they lost to? Freaking they beat the Jaguars. Woohoo! They also lost to a couple other teams, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Half their losses to and I think the Titans too. Yeah. Not the Titans, because the old overtime thing. It's still funny watching the highlights, and you see, I think it was Deshaun Watson's face when he saw the Titans were getting the ball. He's like, oh, of course. He's like, yep, we're losing. He's like, we're losing. 56 with the rain. Yep. 56 degrees and rain. We'll see what we do. But, of course, we got Chubb coming back. It should be a lot of fun as the Badgers just scored again. God, team up north, you guys are a bunch of bums, bro. You're getting smacked by a team that missed 2 weeks because of the virus. And I think they were missing some starters, too, because of the virus. You're getting waxed by a freaking team that hadn't played in a couple weeks, bro. Tough. Rain isn't our favorite because that means we'll probably be forced to tote the rock. Yep. We pretty much just got to do what the Raiders did to us. Hold the ball for freaking 15 minutes. You know, don't let Deshaun Watson beat you. Take the lead early, and then just tell your freaking pass rushers to go eat. Go hunting. Because the thing is, where we have the advantage in the run game, bro, they have freaking Duke Johnson as their number one running back. Duke Johnson he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's a stud, but he's not a Nick Chubb. I don't want to get burned by this freaking statement. But, like, he's good. He's not a bell cow. So, Josina Anderson tweeted about an hour ago. Man. How much will Browns running back Nick Chubb play Sunday versus the Texans after missing the last 4 games with an MCL sprain? This was I think Kevin's response or someone's response, probably her source said, I'm told he'll play until he gets tired. Okay. And then, Hunt will come in there and finish him off. It's that simple. And with the weather conditions, he don't get tired. That's what someone needs to tweet out saying, joke's on you, he don't get tired. I don't get tired. Reminds me of that, what was that song by Kevin Gates? God, that's a freaking rapper I haven't heard in a minute. Kevin Gates. That's a rapper I haven't heard in a minute. Talking about rappers real quick. I mean, you got Little Uzi and Future, Drake, and all them releasing new songs. Isn't Kevin Gates in jail? I think he was, or he is. But wow, I don't get tired. Man, I'm so excited to see Chubb coming back tomorrow. You know what I would love to see, though? I would love to see in Chubb's return, I would love to see him have a game like he did against the Ravens last year, where he literally carried the offense. 3 touchdowns. I want to see him have another 90-yarder. Because I can just picture the commentators if he does that. So, Chubb, how's that MCL? Watch this. Freaking goes out there and throws runs a 90-yarder. That'd be awesome. I could see it too. That's where having a bell cow back is really good. Duke Johnson's a good running back, but he ain't no bulldozer. But yeah, my guy Quincy, on YouTube, he's the creator on here. He quoted Josina's tweet saying, "Oh shit!" He was like, "Yeah, I know. Chubb's officially back." And this whole schedule we got coming up, these next 3 games are very big for us. Because, like I said, we got the Texans this week. Winnable game. We got the Eagles next week. Winnable game. And then we got Jacksonville. Now, I don't want to get roasted by Jaguars fans again, because remember what happened in 2017. For those, I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't around here on this channel when that happened. I freaking came out and in my schedule prediction, I pretty much said that all the Jaguars had on offense was Leonard Fournette. And it was some semi-true. You know, you had what, Hearns and A-Rob at the time, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they had those two. One of them might have been hurt for the year or whatever. That was the year when they were Saxonville, you know, when they just so happened to go to the AFC title game and they were that close to winning the whole freaking thing and possibly going to the Super Bowl for the first time ever. That would have been dope, though. Seeing Eagles and Jags in the Super Bowl, that would have been fun. But of course, you know, we got to see the Patriots lose to the Eagles. That was a good one, I guess. But yeah. So you look at the Jaguars now, and I'll talk about them more when the time comes. That game was actually supposed to be in London too, but the virus kind of put that one on the back burner. But man, dude, I'm not sleeping on Jacksonville either. We haven't been able to beat them in a while either. These next three teams are teams that we've had some decent success against, like the Eagles. We lead the all-time series against them, but we haven't beaten them since 1994. Yeah, I mean, we would play them every 4 years, and it's really hard to say what would have happened, you know, hence if we would have beaten them, you know, if we wouldn't have moved, the team wouldn't have left. But I don't know. It's really hard to say. But yeah, these next three games are big because guess who we got after Jacksonville? Road game against the Titans. Titans got beat up pretty bad against the Colts. They have virtually no pass rush. Remember, they brought in Vic Beasley and Jadeveon Clowney, and they've done diddly squat. In fact, I'm pretty sure Olivier Vernon has done more as a pass rusher than both of those guys combined. In fact, Vic Beasley was recently released right after the trade deadline ended. And of course, Browns fans are on Twitter saying, hey, Browns, you should get him. Bro, Vic Beasley has done diddly. I mean, the dude has done he's done nothing. I don't even know what his stats are. He probably has virtually no stats. I mean, yeah, would he be a better option than Port Augustine? Probably. I would take Claiborne over him for sure. If we were going to add anybody, I mean, I'm looking at the streets, man. I'm looking freaking Clay Matthews if you want to get, you know, nostalgic. Or maybe how about Cameron Wake? He's still got some juice left, I'm sure. I'm sure there's some guy pass rushers out there that you could get, you know, for cheap, you know, for like the late season push. Be like, why not? They must really like what we got because I haven't heard anything about us bringing in any pass rushers, you know, for like workouts or whatever. Of course, the virus. And now the fact that we had a guy test positive and stuff, it makes things difficult, you know, because we ain't trying out a lot of people because the facility's been kind of closed. You know, they're keeping stuff kind of trying to be safe out here. Oh man, but I just hope Ohio doesn't get screwed. I don't think we will. Port Augustine should get more playing time. Vernon seems to have been playing better. He's been all right. This could be the game where Vernon maybe makes some more noise. I'm just happy he did something since with Miles being out. It was up to him to do something. I want to see Vernon go out there and get a couple sacks again. Wow. Oh, this dude, freaking Milton, had a wide open receiver and he missed him. Oh my God. The team up north sucks, bro. Bro, Teller and Chubb are going to be huge coming back. I know. Teller has been an absolute road grader in the run game. He was part of the reason why we were so successful. I mean, I saw a stat where we literally have not gotten in the end zone running the ball, I think, since Chubb got hurt. Like, wow. Yeah, Indiana won. I know. He's not going to do anything against Tunzel. What, Vernon? Well, they're probably going to mix. They're going to be flip-flopping them. You're going to see Garrett against Tunzel, You're probably going to see Vernon against Howard, and then vice versa. But I think they're going to just put Garrett primarily on Howard and watch him just eat that dude up all day long. I know PSU's 0-4. PU. Honestly, I might just call them Penn Shit University because they're playing like that. Yeah. Putrid Shit University. PFF had Teller ranked number 1 guard in the NFL. Browns averaged 6 yards running his way. Yep. And like watching film on him, bro, that dude, he was like I said, he's an absolute road grader. And the thing people forget, we traded for him right before the season last year. We gave away peanuts for him. Right? Peanut for him. We gave away peanut shells for him. Like, we gave the Bills essentially already eaten peanut shells. Like, like when you get to the inside of a peanut, you have the shell crap and all that. We just gave them peanut shells for Teller. Now he's one of the best freaking guards in the league. No big deal, right? And it's funny because I remember before the season, I'll admit it, I wasn't so sure how he was going to be. I wasn't so sure how he was going to be. A lot of people were looking, hey, Forbes could possibly beat him out. Well, Forbes opted out, and look how Teller's been playing. Now, I'm pretty sure Forbes was like, I'm gonna just take this year off and see where we are. But oh boy, oh man, I'm just happy we're pretty much healthy again. That bye week could not have come at a better time, honestly. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. It should be a really good game. I was gonna go through the depth charts and stuff, but that's really nothing crazy to look at. What else are we talking about in here? Anything else happening? Oh my god. I guess Andre Drummond could be at the game tomorrow. That's dope. That is amazing stuff. But oh shit. Just checking Twitter real quick to see what people are talking about. A lot of people talking about this game going on right now. But I mean, wait, what is this? Ryan Day watching this Michigan defense. All right, so what's this dude laughing? That's good. No, Ryan Day is freaking going. Yes. Yes. Justin Fields going to throw for like 500 yards with like 7 touchdowns. Like, if you can't stop freaking, what's his name, Mertz or whatever, and he's in Wisconsin, how the heck are you going to stop us? Tough. Yeah, they're getting stomped. That's for sure. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. Of course, I'll be streaming, as always. It felt good to just take a week off and watch the chaos. Almost saw the AAF GOAT go out there and beat the Steelers, but of course he came up short. And you're looking at the other games that I'm really going to be keeping an eye on. Of course, I'll be watching most games, keeping an eye on them. If there's a game that's close at the end, I might even do like a little pseudo stream at the end of our game if their game is still going on, like I did with the Ohio State game, last week. Our game was over. Clemson was still going. Should be a lot of fun tomorrow. But we need to come out of this bye week with a little fire and just go out there and take care of business. I mean, just like I said in my preview, pretty much it's, run that ball effectively, get Chubb and Hunt going. As always, that's pretty much key number one every week. I sound like a broken record because that's the way it is. Get those two guys going early, and then once things get popping, start scoring and things just get better. Now, the other games going on, of course, Eagles and Giants. That'll be a very interesting one. That will be going on at the same time as our game, so I will not be able to really, watch that game much. I usually, if we're not playing, I'd be, tuning in the Entertainment Bad Dog stream. I might be popping in there every once in a while, seeing what they're doing. Football team in Detroit, Jacksonville Packers, Bucks Panthers, Chargers Dolphins. Of course, these are the 4 o'clock games. Now, an important reminder tomorrow. You have the 1 o'clock slate of games are on Fox because the Masters are on this week. Now, something that I haven't done yet this year, I'm going to actually look and we're going to see what commentary crews are calling these games. We're going to see what commentary crews are calling these games. So let's see what games are going to be on around my neck of the woods. So CBS single game. These are all 8 games. We're going to have Buffalo and Arizona. The majority of the nation's getting that game. Of course, Chargers in Miami. It's mainly going to be the LA area. And part of Miami, part of, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Yeah, okay. Fox early games. Of course, we're going to have Houston, Cleveland. We got Dick Stockton and Matt Millen on the call. Wow, Aqib Talib is going to be, making his debut in the booth as he'll be with Dan Helly doing Washington, Detroit. Fun. Have fun with that, Aqib. Kevin Kugler and Spielman doing Philly and Giants. Chris Myers, Greg Jennings, and Brock Heward doing Jacksonville, Green Bay. Burkhardt and Johnston doing Tampa, Carolina. Wow. That's funny. There's a city in Texas named Brownsville. Yeah. I guess their game was switched from Tampa, Carolina to Houston, Cleveland. No surprise. And then Fox late game, we're getting Cincy and Pittsburgh. Ooh. Vilma and Kenny Albert doing that game. Ooh. Seattle and the Rams going at it too. God, most of the freaking nation's getting Seattle and LA. We're getting Cincy and Pittsburgh. Wow. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be fun to see Joe Burrow going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's pretty much it right there. And what else are we going to talk about? I'm going to go for a couple more minutes, and then I'm heading out of here. Chargers are like that kid who's semi-popular but can never prove himself. I know, right? 5 1 p.m. games. Yes, sir. Chubb on fantasy. Hope he does good. I have him on, I think, on one of my fantasy teams. Michigan getting stomped. Yes, Team Up North is getting freaking rolled. Love it. Kind of mad our game got canceled. Oh, yeah, I know. 1913 Washington State versus Oregon. Did they release who contracted COVID? It was Chris Hubbard. So we're kind of lucky that Teller is back, because we would have been in a bad situation if he wasn't. Final record prediction for the Browns. Well, overall, I'm gonna give you like a ceiling and a floor right now. Mid season, I'm gonna actually say our ceiling is probably like 11-5. Our floor 8-8. Yeah, 8-8. I mean, we got some very winnable games coming up. If we can take care of Houston, that'd be great. We got Jacksonville coming up. We got the Jets. Of course, we're staying in Jersey for 2 weeks. We have the Giants and the Jets back to back. We have the Steelers, and for all we know, the Steelers could be resting their starters for that game. I mean, for all we know, somehow, some way, this could happen. You never know. I doubt it would ever happen. Now, could you imagine how funny it'd be if both teams rested their starters? If we're both in the playoffs, which obviously that ain't going to happen, that'd be hilarious. But no, I could see it where that game is more important to us than them. They rest their starters, which means Mason Rudolph against Myles Garrett. Oh my God. Oh boy. No, I mean, I could see it where they rest their starters if they have the number one seed locked up. But obviously, they're far away. They're far from having it locked up right now. Things are not going to get any really easier for them. Now, they don't have the toughest schedule out there. But let's see what the Steelers got on the docket coming up. Because, like I said, they're undefeated. Undefeated, never lost. Like, they got the Bungles this week. That should be a dub. Let's be completely honest. That's a dub right there. It should be a dub for them. That really should be a dub. Did he get stopped? Dude! Harbaugh, your team is trash. Harbaugh, you're trash. Your team is trash. Did they get stopped on fourth down? Or is it fourth down? Bro, bro, oh my God. I thought they scored, but they didn't. Dude, you just suck. You suck. You suck. Oh, I guess it was a fourth down turnover on downs. Oh my God, bro. That is so tough scene. But hey, you love to see it. So, anyways, Pittsburgh, this is what they got coming up. Actually, it's possible they could lose a game or two in this stretch. Cincy, dub. Jacksonville, dub. Baltimore, ooh. Thursday night, too? Coming back from Florida? That's going to be interesting. Wow. You know what's really funny? So, they have on ESPN, they have ticket prices labeled next to the game on the schedule. You look at the game against Baltimore, tickets as low as $345. Think that's bad? How about the Washington game at home? Both of those games are at home, by the way. Tickets as low as $415. Just pay a nice little. It's almost like you see those infomercials on TV, or like that you used to see. But all you got, you want this awesome looking contraption that vacuums your freaking floor, cleans your windows, and does everything for you, whatever. All you need to do is fork over 5 easy payments of $19.95. That's pretty much what it is. Which means you got to pay a hundo plus, like $300 to go see Baltimore and Pittsburgh play. That's what happens, I guess, when you're a winner. I remember when, you want to know how bad it was for the Browns? I remember that, like we were so bad in 16 and 17. not only did you have the whole beer thing, when they win, you unlock the freaking fridges to drink beer. Arby's was doing their little promotion, I guess, like when they win, you get like a roast beef sandwich or fries or whatever. There was like a restaurant that was like doing like a deal where I guess if they win, you get like something like reduced price or free or whatever. Never had a chance to do it because we didn't win. Oh man, never forget that game against the Jets when we snapped our losing streak. And yeah, the fridges were opened and all hell broke loose. Yeah, that was fun. But like you got Cincy, Jacksonville, 2 dubs in my opinion. Baltimore, that's tough, but it's at home. You took them down and on the road. I could see you doing it at home too. Not to mention, I kind of need Pittsburgh to win that game because if we do what we're supposed to, then Baltimore, I'll go through their schedule as well. I'm going to do that. I went through the NFC East schedule. How about I go through the AFC North and let's see what happens. I want to give you guys final freaking predictions for the schedules records for the AFC North. I figured might as well, right? I already did mine. I said 11-5, 8-8, around there, and it looks like Wisconsin just turned the ball over. Duh. Let's take a look because this will essentially determine the standings. All right. Okay, there's that. Let's keep up the Ravens schedule. I'll do this and then I'm going to head on out of here. Got a big game coming up tomorrow. Got to get that dub. Take care of the Texans and then move on to the Eagles. It ain't going to be easy. But like I said, Steelers, you got the Ravens. That could be a loss. I actually see them splitting. Washington, dub. Buffalo, that's tough because they, remember what happened? Was it last year? Buffalo beat Pittsburgh, and it was at their house. So now they're going to Buffalo, and who knows what the weather is going to be like. It could be blustery, cold, and just Arctic like. Knowing Buffalo, they could have a freaking blizzard the night before, during the game even. I could see them losing that game too. Cincinnati, that's a dub. Get this. The Bucks are still stuck in Tampa and have not left for Carolina due to plane issues. Oh my God, bro. They haven't left to Tampa yet. They're going to be getting there early in the morning. Bruh, they're waiting on another plane. That's tough. Cincinnati, Monday, December 21st, on the road in Paul Brown Stadium. South Hines, as Steeler fans call it. And this is a Monday night game. Tough. That's a Steeler dub. Indy at home. Ooh, that's going to be, don't sleep on Indy. I could see the Steelers, I'm going to say the Steelers win that game. I could also see them losing, but I'm going to say Steelers win that game by a nose hair. So, yeah, that's another dub, and then I think they lose to us on the road. Because who knows? They could be resting their starters. Because I have them going, they're 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, 10-1, 11-0, 11-1. I'm going to say 11-2, 12-2, 12-2, 13-2, 13-3. Steelers are finishing the year 13-3. That's my prediction. For the Ravens, they sit at 6-2 already. They got New England tomorrow night. But with Cam Newton, I don't know. I think they beat them. That's a dub. Tennessee at home. Tennessee ain't looking the same. I actually think they could beat Tennessee too. Get revenge for what happened last year in the playoffs. The memes would be great if they lose to them again. Personally, I kind of want the Ravens to lose to Tennessee, and I think they could. They very well could. I think Tennessee's going to beat them actually again, just for the memes, for the lulls. Then they have at Pittsburgh, like I said, that is a dub, right? Yeah, everyone's splitting, so that's a dub against Pittsburgh. So Ravens fans are going to be gloating at, hey, we gave the Steelers their first loss of the season. They're going to be beating their chest. You know, all that crap. Then they have Dallas. Okay. Dub. For real. Dub. Thursday Night Football. Dub. Then they have us on Monday night. So get this. The Ravens have a very long week. They play on Thursday, and then they don't play again until next month, the Monday after. God, that's a long wait, man. That's a long wait for football. Woo! I think we've had that happen to us before. Really, that's agonizing. Wow. Yeah, I think we split with them. I think we take them at home, you know, and I think they lose to Cleveland. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I think we beat them at home. So then they have Jacksonville, New York, and Cincinnati, 3 dubs. So really, I think they finish probably what, 12-4? Yeah. No. Yeah, 12-4. They lose to Pittsburgh and they lose to us. No, I'm sorry, no. No, they beat Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. Wow. Damn. I'm all messed up. They already have 2 losses. They beat Pittsburgh. They lose to Tennessee. There you go. They lose to Tennessee. So there you go. They still finished 12-4. They beat Jacksonville. They stomped New York. And then they beat Cincinnati. Yeah. But you know what, though? Imagine this. Once again, remember a couple years ago, Ravens played Baltimore. Ravens win. They're in the playoffs. The Bills were watching that game. Tyler Boyd eliminated the Ravens. It could possibly come down to it. You know, those 2 teams are probably going to be fighting for the AFC North. And if that's the case, I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be resting their starters. If that's the case, they're not going to be resting their starters unless they have the North locked up, which they probably wouldn't at this point. And who knows? But yeah, Ravens and Steelers deadlocked heading into the final week. We beat the Steelers. They finished 13-3. So the Ravens need to beat them. And of course, they already had 2 losses. So yeah, there you go. Steelers clinched the AFC North, even though we beat them week 17. And, they essentially lose the AFC North because the Ravens lose the AFC North because they lost to us. How about that? Wouldn't that be funny? Now the Bungles. Okay. Let's see what the Bungles got to deal with for the rest of the year. Okay, yeah. So here's the Bungles schedule. Coming off the bye week, much like us. Pittsburgh, loss. Washington, loss. New York, I mean, that could go either way. I'm going to say dub. Miami, loss. Dallas, or Alas, facing Dalton. Imagine how funny that would be. Dalton slaughters his former team. That'd be awesome. That's a loss. Pittsburgh, loss. Houston, loss. Baltimore, probably a loss. Yeah. It's probably going to be a loss. So there you go. Essentially, they're going to win one more game. So that'd be what? 3-12-1? Yeah. 3-12-1 for the Bungles this year. That's my prediction. 3-12-1. I think the most wins they could possibly get is 5. 5 wins. I think they could beat Washington. They could beat New York. They could easily beat Miami. They could beat Dallas, possibly. That's how bad Dallas is. But that's it. There's like 4 games coming up. Ironically, between their games against the Steelers, where they could realistically win. Steelers lost. They're probably going to lose to Pittsburgh again twice. I mean, come on. They can't beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's their daddy. Essentially, the whole AFC North is their daddy now. I'm going to keep drilling that into their heads because they don't seem to get it. The whole AFC North owns their souls. They can't even beat Baker Mayfield now. Oh, but Crazy Dog, they beat you last year, week 17, when the game didn't even really matter. And the only thing was, it was really Freddie Kitchens' job on the line, and we couldn't beat you. So essentially, you made us fire one of our worst coaches we've ever had. The whole team, I'm pretty sure, didn't like him that much, and he was a bum. And we brought in a coach that, throughout the fact that this year has been so adversity filled. I mean, COVID has prevented us from having a full off season. They didn't have a preseason, no training camp, had really no time to prepare. We were still learning systems and stuff. Now, those teams that had veteran coaches, they had an advantage because they didn't have to worry about installing a new system. Stefanski was still trying to install a new system, as was Joe Woods, and that showed against the Ravens week 1. And the Bengals suck. Let's be real. And not to mention Mike Brown's stubborn, so he ain't gonna fire Mike. He ain't gonna fire Zach Taylor after this year. He's probably gonna keep him around longer than he should keep him around, and that's gonna lead to several mediocre years. Maybe you get a good couple years, but I think they're gonna be mediocre with Mike Brown. I mean, I want to see Burrow succeed, but bro, he gonna get wrecked unless he fixes that offensive line. That should be priority number 1 heading into the offseason. Fix your offensive line. Because it ain't going to matter what weapons he has if you got a freaking little wire fence protecting your quarterback when, Dallas had a freaking brick wall for years. We essentially got a brick wall protecting Baker. 11 sacks through 8 games. That's fantastic. I should look to see how many sacks we had last year at this time. I think it was like in the 20s. We gave up a lot of sacks last year. All right. What else are we talking about here? 31-27. Plays Western Carolina for their last game. Interesting. BYU going undefeated. Yeah, next week should be a fun game. About Garrett Gilbert. Really liked him. Happy he's getting an opportunity. I know. I mean, I was kind of peeved that the Cowboys they cheesed the system and they essentially stole him from our practice squad because they knew very well we were going to protect him. But they went out on Monday, a day that you can steal, I guess, go and poach someone from our practice squad. That's the only day you can do it. They're like, well, we better act now. So they acted quick. They got Garrett Gilbert out of our freaking practice squad. And if you're wondering who we got on our practice squad now, it's Kyle freaking Lauletta. Brah. Hope he never sees the field. God forbid. Jaguars are going to destroy you guys in a couple weeks. What's up, UCF Jaguar? Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. 12-5. This dude 1-7. Muted. Tight scum, Jags are elite. Don't listen to the mainstream media. Elite at being trash. You dumb. Where can I buy the new Xbox without paying double? Tight scum, dude. Me and Crazy Dog are tight. Don't be soft. I'm just joking. yeah. UCF Jaguars, my guy. Imagine we win all the upcoming games. That would be amazing. I would be getting lit on this channel for sure. Kitchens regressed Mayfield. Stefanski was next in line last season behind Kitchens. The team should be much better. Yeah, they would be. I don't know what we would have looked like if we hired Stefanski last year. For all I know, we probably win a lot of those games that we lost that were close. We probably win that Rams game because Stefanski wouldn't have us doing those dumb things that Freddie had us doing. Freddie looked like an idiot half the time on the field. I mean, I swear that dude had no idea what he was doing. Like after the script ran out, after the script plays were done, he turned into a dunce. It was like a dog trying to fly a plane. It was like a toddler trying to drive a car. It did not work out. And if you're wondering where Freddie is now, oh, he's with the Giants. All I'm saying is he's not really like a major assistant coach. He's a tight ends coach. I was gonna say, man, he better not. Luckily, he's not the offensive coordinator. Joe. I was like, this dude's probably not going to get another major job like that ever again. Kitchens was horrible. I know he was horrendous. Cleveland would be not far behind Baltimore and Pittsburgh if Stefanski was hired last season. Yeah, I think we would have been right up in it last year. Because you look at those games that we essentially gave away, like the Rams game, the Seahawks game, those two games we would have won. We would have been 8-8 just by winning those two games. Do I see the Jets going 0-16? Yeah. They don't have many winnable games left. But not a head coach at all. He should be charged with robbery, getting paid as a head coach. I don't know, what he did to. I mean, I understand. He was a good offensive coordinator. After we got rid of Hugh Jackson, he took over as the OC, and the system was good. I think mainly because he was probably using plays from Haley's playbook, and they were effective. You saw a lot of pistol stuff, wishbone. We didn't see any wishbone stuff last year. None. We didn't see any of that 3 running back stuff or whatever that we ran last year. We saw none of it. So yeah, that was the playbook. I'm pretty sure that Haley had. Remember Todd Haley, bro? Oh my god, bro. Oh, trash. Whew, Alex Van Pelt is way, way better. Because he's actually scheming Baker to his strengths. Play action bootlegs, rollouts and stuff. Screens. I want to see some more screens, though. Mainly to Kareem. Especially because Teller's back. Teller and Wills out here, they're pretty good with the screen game. It's always so cool to see Wills go running out there to try to block on a screen. Dude just levels somebody. I mean, I watched building the Browns when we played the Cowboys and Teller was mic'd up. This dude was flattening everybody in his way. He was putting everybody on the ground. If I was an offensive line coach for a high school or whatever, that dude would be getting a pancake stack this freaking high with all the pancakes he was throwing down. Bye week should be huge. It was huge. It was an amazing. It was a clutch bye week that came up at the right time. Because, man, oh man. Not to mention, don't forget Baker Mayfield actually he was done with the sickness. Although he didn't test positive. He was a close contact. And he was activated on Wednesday. Teller's a beast. I know. I said this earlier. We essentially traded used peanut shells for him. And now he's one of the best guards in the freaking league. We literally got one of the best interior lines in the league. Petonio, Treader, and Teller. Even Jack Conklin out here balling. He's a beast. That's what I love about Andrew Berry, too. I'm going to go on for another couple minutes. Andrew Berry did something that Dorsey didn't do. This dude literally Dorsey got fired, or they mutually agreed to part ways. Oh, yeah. So this dude, freaking Barry, walks in. He's like, okay, what am I gonna deal with? What do I got to work with here? He's like, okay, there's the roster. He's like, oh, what's up with that offensive line situation? I like the interior. It's kind of like a house. I like the interior, but we got to fix the outside a little bit, the edge. So he's like, okay. So then I can just picture them. Oh, you are? Okay. But yeah, his videos are hilarious. But yeah, Barry's probably sitting there, with his staff or whatever. They're probably like, okay, Mr. Barry, so what are we going to do with this free agency? And he's probably like, well, offensive line is priority number one. Maybe we could get Baker some weapons, maybe a tight end, So they'll probably like, okay, so who are we going to get? It's like, let's get me Conklin, get me Hooper, and then after that, we're just going to throw a bunch of 1-year deals and just patch up some of these other holes and stuff. That's essentially what we did. He's dumb. Yeah. He probably didn't watch that part of Renegade's video. Yeah, he probably Dashy probably didn't watch the part of the video where this dude, I guess, had to take shaving cream and shave off his freaking mustache, facial hair and stuff. Bro, we're talking about a dude who did not want to be a clown. He's already acting like a clown, so I mean, that's all right. I just wanted to have some fun for Halloween, but this dude doesn't like Halloween, apparently. But it's so funny, Dats, I believe, was in that chat before that saying, oh, you're accepted. That's cap. He didn't accept it. He's scared. He's scared. Oh, well, it'll be back next year. Yeah, buddy. I think what really turned him off from the bet was the fact that, if he would have accepted the bet, he would have had to dress up like a clown for the rest of the AFC North schedule too. So he would have had to dress up like a clown for the Steelers game previews and Crows and all that other stuff. Like, I'm not talking face paint. I'm just talking like the clothes and the wig and the freaking nose. He didn't even want to do that. I'm not saying you have to paint your face. But yeah, I mean, he didn't want to do that. I can't find a clown costume. Bro, it's freaking Halloween. Order one online, you dunce. Oh, I can't find one. Dude, it's freaking Halloween season, bro. You mean to tell me there's no Halloween USAs or any of those stores around you? Okay, whatever. That's cap. He's scared. That's the reason why he didn't take it. He's scared. Uh-huh. What's up, talking and grubbing? It's popping. But yeah, this should be a fun game tomorrow. I'm excited. It's good to have Browns football back. That bye week was badly needed, and I'm ready to go. Want them to play the Ghostbusters song. Oh, really? Wow. That's going to be fun. You already know that when the Bengals lose that game, I'm going to be popping right on his channel waiting for that freaking Crow video. Just see what Dashy picks and chooses to do. Because he's probably going to pick and choose what he's going to do out of that bet. Oh, I don't know. He might do that. He might do everything. I did notice that he never did bow down to Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Isn't that right, Baker? Dashy, douchebag out here disrespecting you. You own him. You own his team's soul, and he's disrespecting you. How do you feel about that? I know. I do too. Okay, so yeah. What's your grade on Jedrick Wills so far? A B, high ceiling, B, never played. Honestly, I'm going to give him probably a solid B, maybe a B plus. I mean, he's been great. He's been fantastic. I'll have to go look. In fact, let's do it right now. I do not have OBS on me right now. Otherwise, I would have done this. But because we're not facing the bungle, so I don't really give a crap about what he says in his videos and stuff. But let's take a look and see what this freaking bum is doing. Hang on real quick. Fun times are ahead. Can't freaking wait, baby. Ha ha. Yeah, buddy. Just looking through my subscription feed. Oh, Bad Dog is going live tonight with Joey Shakes. That's dope. Okay. So I'm just, going through my things real quick here, saving some videos that I could watch later. And I'm going to go look through this freaking dude's comments and let's see what the people are saying. So, Mass Deadly Dashy. Okay, so let's take a look at this dude's comments. Look at this jabroni, bro. What a jabroni. Dude, like, ugh. Oh my God, bro. All right. So he's got 4 comments. All right. You don't have to dump Kool-Aid, but then you have to play the Ghostbusters song in the background from the beginning to the end of you bowing down. It's Ray Parker Jr. It's a bet. We lose and you get a hat. Oh, so he doesn't have to dump Kool-Aid. All right. Yeah. All right. Tice gum L. I thought Browns fans hate the Steelers the most. That's what you think. That's what you think. I hate all 3 teams the same. It's equal hatred. What's up, Brett? Rain gives us the advantage. Yeah, because we actually have 2 actual running backs, not a scat back per se, like Duke Johnson. Crazy dog, what do you think about Baker in the first half? Well, he's been much better than last year. I'll come right out and say that. 16 touchdowns, 7 picks? Not bad. 7 interceptions through 8 games. I mean, there was a nice little stretch where he didn't throw a pick at all. That was fantastic. But get ready to see the second half. Browns are middle sister in the AFC North. Now we're like that freaking kid in the family that gets beat up sometimes, but then again, it's like we've grown up to the point where we can start kicking the other team's asses too. What's up, Lance? The Bungles are now the freaking doormat of the AFC North until they can figure out how things go around here now. But hey, that's going to wrap it up for this live stream. I've been going for over an hour, of course. I decided to do this because the Browns play tomorrow, of course, and the Buckeyes. So I figured, why not? So that's going to wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog 99, as always. Shout out to my Dog Pound brothers. You already know, of course, Tucking Grubbin, Lance, Tice Gum, sports expert, Darth Browns fan. He'll pop in every once in a while. Marcus Roth, Alexis Morales Acosta, all the other Browns fans that come through. Of course, UCF Jaguar came through for a little bit. Hunter Beast, Killer Shot. He's a moderator, of course. He comes in every once in a while. You get Browns and golf. Nice. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. It's gonna be a fun game tomorrow. I can't freaking wait. Of course, Bear Theater was in here for a minute. Browns fan Cam. Loyal to Houston. Oh, I didn't even notice, man. Loyal to Houston was freaking in here. It's my dude. Oh yeah. Dad's pissed off at the freaking Wolverines. That's great. You love to see it. But yeah, Logan, of course, Utah was in here for a minute. Eric, Brett, the corp, the whole squad over there. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for what should be a very good game. So as you know, you already know the drill. I'll be going live at about 12:45 as usual. I say around. I don't say at. I usually say around it because usually I'm either early or most of the time late. I'm usually like 5 or so minutes late because things be happening. But okay, Ty Scum says, look at his comments again real quick. All right, let's see what he said. Crazy Dog said, you guys suck. No, he didn't say that. This dude can't say nothing about us, fool. That's what you guys think. This freaking dude. Dude, what the heck, bro? What is you doing? Stupid. Stupid. L. Oh, someone responded or whatever. I hope you will belt down the Baker makeup. Okay, that's funny. I'll give that a like. That's awesome. He needs to belt on the Baker Mayfield, bro. Like, Baker's his daddy. Lace? Oh, Lace. I thought it was Lance, but yeah, Lace. Shout out to everybody. I don't know why, but I thought it said Lace. I just looked real quickly and I thought, is that Lance? Look real quick. That's the way it is sometimes. But sometimes your eyes play tricks on you. But yeah, you already know the deal. I'll be live tomorrow right around 12:45 around there, maybe 12:50 at the latest, probably 12:55. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully see our squad get a dub. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Shout out to the Dog Pound, of course. Shout out to my brothers, We lit out here. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the OGs, Should be a fun day tomorrow. Maybe we see some good games around the NFL. But I just want to see us get a dub, not after Lance. Oh, okay. All right, whatever. But okay. Yeah, shout out to everybody. I'm out of here. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, and I'm out.